footballers that are slowly falling off. So before I start talking about the footballers, I just want you to know falling off in this context doesn't necessarily mean that you're completely arse. It could also mean that you're slowly and gradually becoming buns. Before we start, I have some honourable mentions, like Florian Wirtz. I won't talk about him because he hasn't stayed in the Prem for a season. Also, we're down to 9 subscribers in less than a week, so thank you so much. Firstly, we're starting with Arsenal's very own captain, Martin Odegaard. Odegaard is a player that was said to be next Mesut Ozil. I feel like he's good though, but he hasn't really been having a good season since his injury last season. I hope he picks up very soon. If not, we're going to start benching him for Eze. We'll see about that. Next up, we have Phil Foden. Foden was probably one of the best players in the Premier League last 2 seasons ago. He was terrible last season, but he's hit form again. And I don't know if he's going to be as good as 2 seasons ago because he's getting older and his flair is slowly fading. So of course, we have him on the list. The third person on the list is Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva was a solid player a few years ago, but he's getting older, and considering the fact that he's probably going to either Juventus or some Saudi club very soon, shows that he's lost his touch with the game. I think he would do well in Saudi, because obviously the Premier League ain't for him anymore. Next up on the list is Rodri. Rodri is probably the player with the worst downfall rate in the list. Bro won the Ballon d'Or in 2024 and was completely done in 2025, probably due to his injury throughout the season. He's probably going to start getting benched or even sold because his market values dropped by 55 million euros. Next, we have one of the best youngsters of 2008. 2008? That was a long time ago. Well, I'm talking about Danny Welbeck. Danny Welbeck was a really good goal scorer and a class player on his own back in his Manchester days. I know he's getting old and all that, but if there's one thing I love about him, it's his free kick accuracy skills. He scored one at the start of last season, and he scored another at the start of this season. He's getting old, and he's probably one of those players that I feel may not recover once they fall off. Next, we have Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is still an average player, but we can all agree when I say that he was better last 3 seasons. Wait, I know you're going to be like, he's getting old, I know. But he obviously still has the skills. You know what the problem is? This guy, Ruben Amorim, has some of the best and worst tactics I've ever heard of. Maybe I'll even make a separate video about it. Lastly, we have Victor Gyökeres. The thing about Gyökeres is that he's good, but he's not, but he's good at the same time. I know he's doing well for Arsenal, but we can all agree that he's not bagging as much goals as we expected. Unless he plays in January like noodle-haired Ronaldo, we may have to start considering Merino again. He's not bad though, he's still a solid striker, and he did win the Best Striker award recently, but he's not as good as he was. He's going to pick up very soon, I know, but he's just in the list, because why not? Anyways, that's all I got. Please like and subscribe.